Shalom, and now we're going to be doing the Aleph-Bet. We're going to go through the alphabet of Aleph, all the way down to Tav, and we're going to make the sounds as well as the name for each letter. So let's begin here. Aleph is the silent letter in Hebrew. It's the only two letters, so that means there's two letters in Hebrew that are actually silent, the Aleph and the Ayin. And so the only difference is whenever there's a vowel connected to it, you're going to make the sound of the vowel without any need to worry about that there's any sound with regard to the consonant. The rest of the consonants, however, you need to make sure that you pronounce them correctly. And we will go through them as we do here. So Aleph is silent. The next one is Bet. Bet is the same thing as Vet. Now notice the difference between the Bet and the Vet is Bet has a dot, Vet does not have a dot. Why did Bet and Vet look different with the dot and without a dot is only because of certain letters that go in front of it that will change the Bet to a Vet sound. But if you see Bet or you see Vet, they're the same. Okay? So Bet makes a B sound. Vet makes a V like a V sound. Okay? The next one is Gimel. Gimel makes a G sound, so like G, as in gum. Okay, G sound. Daled. Daled makes a D sound, as in D. Hey makes a H sound, as in H. Vav sounds very similar to that of Vet because basically it's the same sound. The only difference is it's a different letter. So the consonant of Vet and Bet completely different, but the sound is identical. Okay, so the Vav makes a V sound. Zayin makes a Z like in zebra sound. Okay, this next one, don't think it's a Ch. It's not a Ch. It's a Ch, as in like Bach. Bach. The CH is a Ch sound. Okay, so the Chet is Ch. It's a guttural sound. Okay, the next one is Tet. Tet makes a t sound. It's like the letter T. Yud makes a y sound. Now, when Yud's at the end of a word, this is going to be something different, and we will learn that as we actually learn about how pronunciations of words work together. And therefore, Yud, if it's at the end, it will either be an E sound, an E sound, or an I sound. And that's because it's no longer a consonant in a sense. It acts like a vowel. But when it's in front and when it has the things we need, we're going to make a Y sound with it. Okay? The next is Kaf. Okay? Kaf and Chaf. Okay? Chaf is the one right here. Kaf is the one with the dot. So it's just like the Bet and the Vet. And so here, when we have a dot, it's a K sound, but without the dot it's a Ch, like the Chet sound. And of course the end, we call this one a Chaf Sofit. This is only used at the end of an actual word, and so when we utilize this one, it's going to be the one that's going to make the Ah sound. The Ch is the ending part we're going to hear in the sound here. Next one is Lamed. It makes the L sound, as an L, low. Lima, okay, L sound. Mem, we have a mem that is a mem that's used in the beginning, in the middle, and we have a mem that's called a mem sofit, which is only used at the end of a word, and therefore we have the m and we have the m. So whatever the vowel we hear, it's going to go to like It's the ending m sound. Okay. Next we have a nun. Nun makes the n sound, all right, and we have a nun sofit, and this is going to be once again the sound that we hear where we're going to go on. You hear the n sound at the end of the word, and that n is that stoppage. Okay. After that we have the samek. Samek makes a s sound. Samek, all right. Ayin, like I said with Aleph, these ones here both are completely silent. Now, they used to have an actual form on how they use, but it's just no longer so much used unless you're Sephardic and you can understand, especially in Israel, that the Ayin does kind of carry a kind of a guttural sound to it, but you're really not going to hear it so much if you're not really familiar with listening to the sounds and stuff. So most people, they don't pronounce it. They just let the vowel pronounce itself. So whatever vowel's there, if it's E and A and Ah, that's what you're going to make. The next is the Pei, and of course we have Fei. Pei has the dot in it, the dagish. The Fei does not have the dot in it. So therefore, Pei makes the P as in Peter, and Fei makes the F as in feather. And of course we have the Fei Sofit, which is the last ending Fei that's only used at the end of a word. And so this is going to be like a F, F. It's the last F sound we hear in a word. The next one is Tzadik. This is a Ts sound, kind of like the TZ, Ts. Okay? Tzadik. And then we have Tzadik Sofit. So once again, the Tzadik Sofit is the last letter in a word. And so it's going to take in the sound of the vowel and then make it Ts at the end. Eretz. So you hear the Ts sound at the end. And then we have Kof. Kof makes a K sound. Okay? Resh makes a R sound. A lot of people don't know how to make the R sound. It's not R, it's R. Okay? And so it's kind of like I think they say the French R. It's like a R. Okay? So think of Resh as in R. Okay? And then next we have a Shin, which makes the Sh sound. And Sin, which makes the S sound. Now notice, Sin is very similar to the sound of Samek. It's the same sound. S. Okay? Now the difference between the Shin and the Sin is on the Shin, there's the dot on the left. Excuse me, the right. My left. The right. And over here, the Sin is with the dot on the left. Okay? So if you want to think of you sinned, always think of the left. Okay? But if you want to think of Shin, just think of the right. Okay? And the last one we have is the Tav. The Tav sounds just like the Tet. It's T sound. Okay? T. And that's it. That is your Aleph-Bets. Real simple. 22 letters with Mem Sofits, Nun Sofits, Kaf Sofits, Pei Sofits, Tzadik Sofits. And you put that together and that's your Aleph-Bets. These are all consonants. So just remember that. The vowels, the only thing you're going to be making after you make the consonant sound. And we'll learn that as we learn about how to pronounce things in Hebrew as we learn how to read. So enjoy this video. If you want to go back over it, pronounce it, I will go through it just as in anything. The Aleph-Bets without having the pronunciation. You can go through that back if you go to the video. But we'll just start from the beginning. Benin. Aleph, Bet, Vet, Gimel, Daled, Hey, Vav, Zain, Chet, Tet, Yud, Kaf, Chaf, Chaf Sofit, Lamed, Mem, Mem Sofit, Nun, Nun Sofit, Samek, Ayin, Pei, Fei, Fei Sofit, Tzadik, Tzadik Sofit, Kof, Resh, Shin, Sin, and Tav. And there you go. There's your Hebrew alphabet. And we will see you next time, and you enjoy more on this webpage as you learn about how to learn how to read and write and speak in biblical Hebrew. It's awesome. We can do it.